the containment project. So my group, we had agreed to containment, which containment says is one of the US strategies to prevent the spread of communism. As a component of the Cold War, this policy was a response to a series of moves by the Soviet Union to enlarge its communist sphere of influence in Eastern Europe, China, Korea, and Vietnam. The Marshall Plan was a plan to help build a European economy in which the US offered huge sums to European countries in return for not being communist. This helped stop the spread of communism and also created new alliances. The Truman Doctrine was a policy created by the US to stop the Soviet influence on other countries during the war. By doing so, they gave help and resources to Greece and Turkey in return for not being communist. And this ended the period of isolationism in the US. America's commitment to Europe. The containment plan was one of the main reasons the US was involved in European affairs in hopes that they would put an end to communism. This led to NATO, which was a military group made to defend against Soviet forces. Communism in China. When China fell into communism, this was a wake-up call for the US to take matters into their own hands and go forward with the policies they created. This created the domino theory that essentially put a dent in the prevention of communism. As we'll see in a later slide, the domino theory will be further explained. The Korean War was a war against the forces of international communism itself. The US occupied the area south of 38 parallel, which was South Korea in today's times, and this parallel divided Korea into North and South Korea. The northern part was occupied by the Soviets, and the war showed how the containment policy worked because it stopped communism from taking over past the 38 parallel. Senator Joseph McCarthy had accused 100 people of working with the Communist Party. He had called 100 people that were working in the state communists to spark fear in the American population. People later on realized he was crazy and he lost all credibility. This helped the US citizens realize that American needed to become involved to prevent the actual spread of communism growth in the US. And the domino theory states that a communist victory in one nation would quickly lead to a chain reaction of communist takeovers in neighboring states. Thus, the following countries would subsequently fall under German influence. And that is all.